Mastering capital letters. You should already be aware of the 10 situations when you need to use a capital letter. Sentence starts. The pronoun I. For days and months. For the names of people. For titles before names. For the names of places. Languages and nationalities. Special days. Books and films, and for the names of organizations. Compass points. Don't use capital letters for the compass points unless they are part of a name. We couldn't decide whether to travel north or south. Neither of these should be capitalized because they are not part of a name. It was a long flight from South Africa to the North Pole. This time the compass points are part of the name. South Africa is the name of a country, and the North Pole is the name of a region of the world. School subjects. School subjects should not be capitalized unless they are one of the languages. Today I've got science, maths, English, Spanish and music. Both English and Spanish need to begin with capital letters because they are the names of languages. All the others should not begin with capital letters, so that capital M in music is wrong. The seasons. Whilst the days and months are always capitalized, the seasons are not. My favourite month is July. I just love the summer months. Here, it's correct not to capitalise summer. Saturday was so cold, I thought winter had come early. Whoops, that capital letter for winter is wrong. Remember, seasons do not get capitalised. In saying that, watch out for the holiday seasons. If you use the word Christmas or Easter, it does require a capital letter, as they are special celebrations. The Christmas season will be upon us soon. Events in history. Historical events and periods in history must begin with a capital letter. Germany's invasion of Poland began World War II. Westminster Abbey was built in the Middle Ages. During the Industrial Revolution, there was a shift from agriculture towards manufacturing. Animals. The name of an animal is not capitalized unless they are named after a place or a person. Before we begin though, let's be clear. The personal names you give your pets do need to be capitalized. Let's look at dog breeds. We wanted to get a German Shepherd dog or a Basset Hound, but in the end, we decided to get an English Setter. You'll notice that the only parts of the names that are capitalized are the words German and English. This is because these places have been used to help name the breed. The rules are no different for wild animals. When we write the word cow or horse or fish, we know that we don't need to use a capital letter. Yet when we write down less common animals, like flamingo or leatherback sea turtle or the duck-billed platypus, we feel that we need to capitalize them. This is wrong. Remember, only capitalize if a place or person is used in the naming of the animal. The Philippine eagle, the African elephant, the bald eagle, no capitals needed here, the Bengal tiger, Bengal is a region in Asia, the Humboldt penguin, which was named after a German explorer, Alexander von Humboldt, and the great white shark, which doesn't need capital letters, but you still have to watch out for it. Job titles. If the job title comes immediately before the name, then it gets capitalized. If it comes after the name, it isn't. This is President Lincoln. As it comes immediately before the name of the word, President needs a capital letter. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th President of the United States. This time the word President comes after the name, so it does not need a capital letter. The friendliest doctor is Dr. Jackman. The first doctor doesn't come immediately before the name, so it can start with a lowercase d. Of course, the second doctor does need to be capitalized because it comes immediately before the name. In a way, the word doctor is being used as a replacement for her first name. Look out, here comes Mrs. Briggs, the principal of the school. You'll have noticed that the job title, the principal, comes after the name, so it does not need to be capitalized. Something else you need to know about job titles is that you capitalize if the job title is used instead of the person's name. Do you think you'll catch him, officer? Will she survive, doctor? What do you think, professor? Planet names. Planet names are always capitalized. Mercury is the smallest planet in our solar system, and Jupiter is the biggest. That was easy. But with the Sun, the Moon, and the Earth, it depends. The Moon orbits the Earth, and Earth orbits the Sun. The Moon, Earth, and Sun are being used as proper nouns, so they need to start with capital letters. I filled the pot with earth and planted the seed. Then I placed it in the sun. This time, earth and sun are being used as common nouns, so don't need capital letters. It can get really confusing as to whether you're using sun, earth, or moon as common or proper nouns, and the dictionaries of the world and NASA have failed to agree on this. A good rule to use, which will help you get it right more times than you get it wrong, is to capitalize them when you are talking astronomically about them. You will mostly do this when you are writing information texts and talk about the sun, the moon, and the earth. Earth is the third planet from the sun. Asia is the biggest continent on Earth. It takes about 3 days to get from the Earth to the moon. Don't capitalize the sun, the moon, or the earth if you are talking generally about them. This is usually the case when you're writing stories. The sun was shining brightly today. As the moon peeked over the clouds, a wolf appeared on the horizon. The plane ran out of fuel and plummeted to Earth. The names of films and books. The first and last word is always capitalized. For example, the film Tangled, the book Wonder, Home Alone, Charlotte's Web. But what about a longer title such as The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? Which of these is correct? Actually, neither of them. Again, there is some disagreement about the correct way to capitalize book and film titles. But if you capitalize all nouns, verbs, pronouns, adjectives, and adverbs in the title, you'll probably be right. As well as the first word, the lion, the witch, and the wardrobe all need to start with capital letters because they are nouns. We're going on a bear hunt. Going needs a capital letter because it's a verb. How to train your dragon. Your needs a capital letter because it's a pronoun. The very hungry caterpillar. Very needs to be capitalized because it's an adverb, and hungry because it's an adjective.